What are your thoughts on the possibility of Tom Brady returning home to play for the 49ers?
Kevin, I'm 100% about it. If Tom Brady hits the field, you know where I'm going to be watching on Sundays. I'm going to be watching that guy play. I think it would be great just because he would get that homecoming year with the 49ers. I don't know if he would play after next year. I think it would be kind of indicative of how the team would play if Brady were there. But I look at it like this. If Brady's on that San Francisco 49ers roster next year, that team is an instant Super Bowl contender. Very similar to what Tampa was when he went to the Buccaneers just a couple years ago. They instantly became a Super Bowl contender, not just because of Tom, but because of the roster that they had around Tom. I mean, look at the roster that the 49ers had this year. They got to an NFC championship appearance with Jimmy Garoppolo at the helm. Jimmy's not the most impressive quarterback, but when you have playmakers like Debo Samuel, you have Brandon Ayuk, you have George Kittle, you have a solid running back core. Granted, they always are hurt or they just find ways to get hurt, which is unfortunate. But you have a loaded offense to work with at your disposal in San Francisco. And not only that, San Francisco's defense is absolutely outstanding. They have a great up and coming linebacker in Fred Warner, who's probably one of the most dynamic linebackers in the NFL. They have a great pass rush with their front four. And that defense was really the driving factor of that team to get all the way to the NFC Championship and damn near got to a Super Bowl this year. You put Tom in that situation compared to Jimmy Garoppolo, the 49ers not only probably go to the Super Bowl, they probably have a very good shot to win the Super Bowl. Just because that's the difference that Tom Brady presents when he's on a roster like that. So, as we all know right now, Tom is retired, even though he hasn't officially sent in his retirement papers to the NFL, claiming that he is. So this door is still propped open about him possibly coming back next year. Now, going into the season, he would be 45. And he has always stated that he would play until he's 45 years old. And Kevin, he's coming off of a year where he put MVP type numbers, where he put up 43 touchdowns to 12 interceptions and threw for 5,300 yards, led the league in passing yards, completions, and touchdowns at 44. So it's not like Tom is on his last leg. He's going to the 49ers as this last hurrah for his career. Tom could go to the 49ers as one of the best quarterbacks, arguably the best quarterback in the league despite his age, which is insane to me. You put Tom on that team, it would be an exciting team to watch. I mean, the team was already exciting to begin with, knowing the fact that they got so close to the Super Bowl this year. I just think that this is something that Tom's definitely considering. Granted, he hasn't come out and said anything publicly about the San Francisco 49er rumor. But for me as a Tom Brady fan, I would love this. I think it would be great football to watch. And I think it puts the 49ers into great contention next year. And Kevin, I'll let you have it from here.
We already know this. I'm not a fan. I respect the fact that he's the GOAT. I respect the fact that he holds all records of importance for NFL quarterbacks. I mean, I said it on our segment. He's the greatest athlete of all time. But enough is enough. I need you to stay retired so that you don't get another damn Super Bowl. So I got to hear Kyle talk about it on another segment, on another episode, another text message or fucking phone call. Since we've become friends, I've heard enough about Tom Brady and the goddamn New England Patriots. I get it. The Patriots are his team. I wouldn't expect it any less because I still talk about the Colts even though we suck. But, dude, you're 44. Your kids are getting older. Stay retired. Become a dad. Just chill, man. Just let the 49ers figure it out, Look at it this way. They didn't fight for you hard enough when you were a free agent coming out of New England. So why the fuck are you pushing so hard to play for them now? Just chill. Kick back. You're a multimillionaire. Your lady's a multimillionaire. Buy a home in San Francisco. Buy 2 homes in San Francisco if you don't already have them. You don't got to play again. Just chill. Listen. All right, now I'm being serious. Listen, if it happens, it's going to be nuts. Kyle already made the point. Debo's there. Nick Bosa's there. Kyle Shanahan's there. The offense and defense are there. You insert Tom over Jimmy, they go to the Super Bowl without a doubt. There's not even a remote residual question. The Rams repeat wouldn't even be close. The NFC West would be absolutely insane. If Russell stays, you have Russell Wilson, you have Matt Stafford, Kyler Murray, and now Tom Brady. Bro, are you kidding me? That would be the most electrifying division by 10 folds, and it already was the best division in football. You just literally flop one or two teams in placement. The Cardinals would fall to shit in comparison to the 49ers. They already beat them twice. The Rams would probably lose both because both games ended up being a little bit closer than they needed to be. Wait, actually, the Rams did lose both, right?
Did our 49ers? Yes, they did.
So the 49ers were basically undefeated in their goddamn division this year, as it is. And they played the best teams in the NFL. So it's like, what are we talking about right now? At 45, it doesn't matter his age. He's already doing it. At 45, going for Super Bowl 8. At 45, going for another MVP. At 45, trying to bring his third championship to his third team. What the fuck is he, LeBron James? Like, this is absolutely insane. He would break NFL history because no quarterback has ever won a Super Bowl with 3 different teams. Another record he would have. If this happens, which in all honesty, if I'm being true to myself, I think is a very high possibility and very enticing, he goes home. Better team than Tampa right now on paper. And he gets paid. I'm not really seeing an issue here. I don't understand how this cannot happen. And the fact that Tampa is interested in a swap or just interested in Jimmy alone, it's crazy. It's absolutely insane how this could potentially fit in terms of reality. If Tampa would have come out and said we have no interest in signing Jimmy Garoppolo because San Francisco has to unload him and his contract to somebody, but now it makes it fair game if this does happen. Tom comes out of retirement, quarterback swap, probably some picks in between, some cash considerations, maybe some personnel, and Tom goes out to the West Coast and wins the Super Bowl. I'm just saying it's a legitimately like a fairy tale Cinderella story for Tom to end his career in his home state, in his favorite team that he watched growing up. I think it would be like a storybook ending.